So get this, AI researchers just stumbled upon something wild. A robot whose own logs suggest it traveled back in time. It was apparently active for years before it was even manufactured. So how on earth is that possible? Let's get into it.
And that's the big question, right? Can a robot actually travel through time? The data presents a paradox that seems to just break the laws of physics, a machine from the future operating in the past. But, as you're about to see, the truth is often a whole lot more clever than it first looks.
Okay, so check out this timeline the researchers pieced together. It's impossible. The robot was active for 7 years, from 87 all the way to 94. But here's the kicker. Its own system logs say it wasn't even built until 2025. How can a machine be running around for 7 years before it even exists? To solve this thing, we have to go back. But not to the future, we have to go back to the past. The key to this entire mystery is inside a tent on one single day, April 11th, 1994. So, picture this. Inside that tent, a strategist named Benedictus Armilius Monk makes a really critical request. He wants to see a captured enemy unit they've nicknamed a killbot. He's got a new plan cooking, and this machine, it's the main ingredient. Now, this captured killbot is an absolute beast, way bigger and more armed to the teeth than their own unit, Daumont. Its power supply is totally fried, but the damage report shows something crucial. Its core processing and communication modules are salvageable. In other words, its brain can be saved.
Okay, so you've got a working brain, but no juice. This is the team's first big problem. They've got to bring this super advanced machine back to life, but all they've got are spare parts from 1994.
So what do you do? I mean, how do you power up a sophisticated neural network when you don't have a generator? This is where their ingenuity really has to shine. And they have a very specific target to hit. Their own robot, Daumont, figures out that the killbot's brain, its neural network and comm systems, needs at least 48 volts to even turn on. They don't need it to move or fire weapons, they just need its mind. And their solution is just a brilliant piece of battlefield engineering. They grab 4 12-volt motorcycle batteries, strap them together with some metal strips from old shipping pallets, and then wire them all up with jumper cables. And boom, just like that, they've got themselves a makeshift 48-volt power pack. But, getting the lights on was just step one. With the killbot's mind back online, the real mission could finally begin, to completely forge a new identity for it.
The second they hear that low hum, the sound of success, Benedictus doesn't waste a single moment. He gives the order to override everything, rewrite all of the killbot's core programming and security protocols. This machine is about to get a brand new boss.
And of course, Benedictus, being Benedictus, he just can't resist leaving his own personal mark. He orders this taunting message to be buried deep in the bot's code as a Playfair cipher. It's like a little signature for anyone who might stumble upon it later. It really tells you everything you need to know about his personality. And this, right here, this is the exact moment that time travel paradox is born. The team writes a totally new identity into the bot's memory. A new name, a new owner, a whole new history. Right down to a timestamp from the year 2025. These are the fake breadcrumbs that are going to create this whole mystery decades down the line. And now, finally, all the pieces of the puzzle snap together. The motorcycle batteries, the wiped mind, that fake identity, it was all part of an incredibly clever plan. See, this whole thing was part of a mission they called Operation Last Blast. The plan was actually pretty straightforward. Benedictus ordered his own loyal robot, Daumont, to copy its entire identity, its history, its logs, everything, and transfer it into the mind of the captured killbot. So, it was a simple identity swap, but man, was it effective. The real robot, Daumont, just handed over its entire life story to the captured killbot. Suddenly, the enemy unit was a perfect decoy, carrying all of Damont's history, including that all-important 2025 manufacturing date. So there you have it. That's the solution. The AI researchers back in 2026, they didn't find a time traveler. They found the decoy, a piece of enemy hardware that was reprogrammed in a tent back in 1994 with a fake history, all to throw people off. It wasn't a glitch in time. It was a ghost in the machine. But you might be asking, why? Why go through all that trouble for a decoy? Well, it was all for a much bigger mission, Operation Gate Stop. The decoy's job was to create a massive diversion, to pull attention away from the real target, the underground power lines feeding an enemy fortress. This wasn't just some clever trick.
It was a life-or-death move in a much bigger game.
And that all leads us to one final, kind of chilling quote from Benedictus himself. When he was talking about the plan, he admitted just how risky it was. It's a really powerful reminder that this whole amazing tech puzzle was, at its core, just a desperate gamble in a war. The only question left is, did it work?